everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a little different kind of video. I am doing Twitter. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Twitter keeps tweeting. I am doing a little bit of a different video today. This is a book-themed video in the honor of Booktube-A-Thon, which is going on this week. If you don't know what Booktube-A-Thon is, it is a 7-day, it's like a big book marathon, and we're all just reading, and all the booktubers are doing these crazy challenges with books, and it's just a big party, and I wanted to be a part of it this year. So this video is going to be the list of books that I am reading for, because you have to read, there's specific challenges. So I'm going to be reading that. I mean, I'm going to be, sharing my TBR. I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay, so tell me, guys, I will be doing challenges also for Booktube-A-Thon every day this week. If you guys don't like these videos, then don't watch them. I don't really know what else to tell you. If you guys do like these videos, though, and you want to see more, book videos in the future, you could tell me. We don't know. Alright, first off, I'm going to tell you about how cute my mug is. So I have some tea. And it has, I got this at Disney World, it has a picture of Snow White. And on the back it says, even in the morning, I'm still the fairest of them all. And I feel like that's so true. I'm literally not wearing makeup today, though, so I'm probably not the fairest of them all. But we can always pretend. Okay, so this is my stack of books that I plan to read during Booktube-A-Thon. And it's a little intimidating because Booktube-A-Thon is only 1 week, and these are 7 books. A book a day. I'm a little scared. So the first book that I'm reading is actually on my Kindle. It's not up on here. They have little ads when I lock my Kindle. It doesn't actually turn off. It just gives me book ads, and it's kind of terrifying. Feels really capitalistic, but I know you probably, if you guys even, I've never said this on social media, so you guys probably don't know this, but if you guys are friends with me, you know that I hate e-readers. I hate electronic books. I think real books are much better. I love, smelling them, making life, book smell is great. Bookstores are great. I feel like you just can't get all that from this. But I actually did invest in an e-reader. I got this used, and it was very cheap, so I don't really feel like I made a big loss on this one. But I am working with a company right now called NetGalley, and it's free to be a member, so if you guys are interested, you could totally go sign up. I will link it below. But what they do is they have publishers and authors. They give you free books that are, they're in e-reader format, so explains why I've had to do this instead of stealing my little brother's iPad for days on end. But authors give new books to you before they are released, and you give them an honest review to help the release of the book. So the one I'm reading right now, the challenge is a book that you don't put down. So you don't stop reading this book. You keep marathoning this book. If you have to go, leave, and eat dinner, you still have to have the book open, holding it in your hand. It's a little hard to have this open because, it's a piece of technology. But I have to be holding this until I finish the book. And the book is called Bleed, and it is by... Who is it by? I'm sorry, the way that NetGalley gives their books, it is not in, it's not in a cover format. So it just says an unknown document. The book is called Bleed, and I'll look up the author real quick. Okay, so the book is called Bleed by Dax Varley, and it is coming out next month, so I've got to finish the book anyway so I can do a review on it on my book blog. And it's a pretty quick read. I think it's only, I'm not really sure how many pages there are, but I think it's about 200 or less. This is really good. I haven't been able to put it down. I've already started it, but we're just going to pretend that I haven't. And so that is going to be my book for that challenge. The next challenge is, hold up. Okay, so the next challenge is a book with blue on the cover. And it was between this book or starting the first Maximum Ride. And I don't really want to start Maximum Ride until I actually have time to read the entire series. So this is going to be, I'm going to be reading Michelle Phan's Makeup, Your Life Guide to Beauty and Beauty, Style, and Success, Online and Off. This is a YouTuber book, and it's got pictures. Pictures. How exciting. So I'm very excited to be reading this. I read about half of it when it first came out, and then I just kind of dropped it. So we're going to be rereading it, and it's got some blue on the cover, so we are good with that. The next book challenge is to read a book that has, where the author shares the first letter of your last name. So my last name is Jackson, so I am going to be reading 13 Little Blue Envelopes by Maureen Johnson. Jackson. Yeah, Maureen Johnson is actually a really awesome person, and I haven't read any of her books yet, so I'm super excited to read this. This book is about a girl whose aunt dies, and then she has to go on, her aunt leaves her 13 little blue envelopes, and she opens one, and there's instructions, and she has to follow the instructions, and then open another one and see what the next instructions are. And it's like a little scavenger hunt, and it's kind of just like how far is she going to go with these envelopes. And it just sounds really exciting. And what is her aunt going to have her do? So there's that. The next book is a book that the most recent book you acquired. And I just got this book. I went to Costco with my mommy, and they had like a huge, big display of it. And I was like, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. And then I was like, I need it. So I picked up Go Set a Watchman by Harper Lee. And this is the sequel, or prequel? Is it sequel? I think it is a sequel because I read the first few pages, and Scout is like older, so I think it might be a sequel, although I've heard people say it's a prequel. Don't know. But it is a companion to I always say Go Kill a Mockingbird, and that does not sound right. But it is a companion to Kill a Mockingbird, and I read this in my freshman year of high school, and I loved it so much. It was great. So when I saw this, I just had to pick it up. So I'm super excited to read this. This is my just acquired book. And then there had to be, wasn't there just, oh right. The next one is a book that you really want to read. This is an easy one because obviously if you really want to read a book, you're going to be able to read it. So I am going to be reading Dear Nobody, The True Diary of Mary Rose by, well, obviously it's by Mary Rose, but it's edited by Gillian McCain and Legs McNeil. And this book I picked up when I think it was during spring of last year. And I was really curious about this book because it's about a girl who goes through depression and a lot of bad stuff in her life. She goes through like drug addictions, and it's basically one of those, you know, those teenagers that people think, oh, you're just asking for attention. It basically goes into an actual teenager's mind and how they're not just asking for attention. They actually do have problems and they do need help. So this book is kind of deep, but I really wanted to read it because I have been through one of those issues where you have problems and people say, oh, you're just doing it for attention, when you actually do have issues and you do need help. And I know that the worst thing you can hear when you are asking someone for help is you're just doing it for attention. So I definitely wanted to read this book, and it has drawings in it, like she draws in it, which is super interesting. I'm actually super curious about this. Like, this is her first drawing, and these are like super haunting, but I don't know, I'm really excited to go into this girl's mind and see how she thinks. So there's that book. And then I don't really think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that those were all the quote-unquote challenges. But the final challenge is that you have to read 7 books. So I had 2 books left over to choose from, and I just decided to go down my book list with these. I'm currently reading Orange is the New Black, which is the memoir of Piper Kerman, which they turned into a TV show on Netflix. And it's basically the Netflix show, but not as interesting, because prison is not as funny as the show makes it out to be. But I'm almost done with this book, so I just wanted to put that on there. And then this last book I'm going to be reading is Harry Potter, and I'm going to be reading the first one, which I think is The Sorcerer's Stone. This is the second one because it was the first one I could grab because my little brother lost the first one. So, yeah. Fun, weird fact about me, people like scorn me for this, but I have never read Harry Potter. I am 17 years old, and I've never read Harry Potter. Like, when I was younger, big books terrified me, and I wasn't really into movies, especially Harry Potter. I think it was anything my brothers liked, I didn't like. So my brothers liked Harry Potter, and I was just like, ew, no, I'm gonna watch Winx Club. So, yeah, so I'm going to be reading the first one, and yeah, that is all the books that I'm going to be reading during this week. And the first Booktube-A-Thon challenge is a domino challenge where you just set up a huge rack of dominoes with your books and you just let them fly. And I'm going to be putting that up next. It only has to be a minute long, so I wanted to introduce it in this video. If you guys like these videos, comment below and tell me that you like them, and maybe I'll start doing more booktube videos. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for putting up with me and straying away from what my channel is supposed to be. And I will see you guys later. Bye!